with another one, and I wanted to kind of share with you a little bit more about how I grow, scale, and just utilize AI to help me get so much work done in a day. Guys, it is unbelievable how many websites I've built, how many lead magnets I've built, how many graphics I've built. I am like a full-blown marketing team. And I'll be real with you, I had a marketing team, and I'm not even gonna share how much I was paying them to help me market my businesses, but I mean in the thousands of dollars. And I just decided, you know what, I gotta let that team go, because there's some things that I can do and also create some AI agents and also expand my current team and provide more financial resources to them. So that's the decision I made. So as a result of that, it's requiring me to level up my AI game on a faster, more efficient, more proactive way, you know, because I have to kind of do things quickly and efficiently, but also doing things way down the line that I might not even have thought about if I wasn't in this current situation. So right now I'm in the process, I shared with you before, that I want to grow my current private practice to $1 million. I've gotten to 5, 6, 7, really close to that $1 million mark, but I kind of like ease off the gas a little bit and kind of hit the brakes. And I think I hit the brakes kind of hard. So now I'm easing off the brake and kind of slowly putting my foot on the gas. And I feel like I got a good momentum. We're going about 35 miles per hour. To get this site where I need to go, I probably need to be about 65 miles per hour. Yeah, 65 miles per hour, that's pretty much in a safe zone, you know? So that's the plan. But right now what this video is about is I'm going to show you how to use AI to create flyers, to create lead magnets, something of that nature that's going to really help gravitate clients in. So I'm doing this one from scratch because I have not did this before, but I have an idea and a vision. They pop up all day, every day in my head. One that I feel is going to help me take this practice to another level. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to show you the tools that I'm going to use to kind of help me do this. You know, it's not a, you know, it's a lot of AI tools that I'm going to use, but first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and go over here to the ChatGPT. You know, ChatGPT to me is the OG. It's the original one. So I was already talking to ChatGPT. If I go to the beginning of this, I was telling them that I wanted to do a video on teaching how to create lead magnets, and I gave it some ideas. I spoke it in and gave it some ideas of some videos that I wanted to do, and it told me why it would work, why it'd be great, so forth. So I'm like, I don't need all the information. I'm just gonna jump to it. So the first lead magnet I thought about was 50 coping skills I wish I knew earlier. I felt that was kind of catchy. A lot of people are struggling with trying to figure out ways to cope and how to do things a little bit more efficiently in their life so they can lessen their stress level. So with this being said, I figured if I use this, the subtitle would be Simple Tools to Reduce Anxiety, Overwhelm, and Emotional Stress and Mental Exhaustion. So it's kind of broad enough that I can do it for therapy clients, professionals, moms, college students. As you see, I'm spreading it out. So we can actually use this for everyone. And it's an evergreen, meaning it can be something that people use forever. It's not a temporary thing, a temporary fix. So what I'm going to create is probably a PDF. I might do a workbook. I can do like a series of reels, some carousels, all that kind of stuff, a printable journal, mini course, all of this. So I'm going to take this information right here. Let's see. I'm going to go to the top right here where it says the lead magnet strategy right here, the great lead magnet. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to post this into Claude, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to pick Claude. All right, so I got the information, I cut it from ChatGPT, and now I'm going to go over to Claude and I'm going to create a new chat. Now, inside of Claude, I've also created some projects. Let me share my screen, sorry. I created some projects. So inside of my projects, I have stuff in my boot camp. I'm preparing for the big NASW conference. I have my finances, my compliance, my growth engine, all of this kind of stuff, things that I'm doing to level up. So based on what I'm talking about now, lead finders, I have portals, like you name it. I've invested so much time in creating these projects. But looking at the projects first, before I just go over here to the chat, I think I have an idea of what I'm going to use to make this a little bit more easy flowing. All right, so right here, I'm going to say, help me create the following. And the thing I love about AI is that it can tell what you're trying to type. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this right here is a lead magnet. I'm gonna post it in there. Let's see what it does. So this is Claude. You know, Claude's the I like to say chat's my bestie. We talk about anything, everything. He knows me. We can get in there. Claude's a little step above. Claude's kind of like the parent, where they can be a bestie, but they're also a parent. So they're going to let you know, like, look, I don't really know about this, but if you want to try it, these are the possible consequences. You're out on your own, or this is how I think you should do it. A little bit more direct, not that warm and fuzzy type. So let's see what it's bringing back. It says, which audience should the primary voice and tone of this PDF be? Do we want to do it for SCCS therapy clients, warm, clinical, and accessible? Do we want to do it for the LCSW followers? No, this has nothing to do with LCSW vibes. It's actually in the SCCS engine. So that's what I would likely type after I'm done with this prompt. Which format should we build first? We can do the others later. Should we do a polished PDF download like a lead magnet, an interactive workbook, or do we want a PDF and an email nurture sequence? I actually want all of them, but I'm going to say we're going to do the polished PDF just because I don't want to keep you on forever, but I'm really feeling that workbook. So you'll see. We'll get to that part soon. What is the main goal of this lead magnet? Is to grow the email list for the SCCS practice, or both dual? Social content, building second. We're trying to grow the email list. All right. And I'm also going to say, this project is about SCCS, and you keep mentioning, let's see. And the reason I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this, you keep mentioning LCSW vibes, all right? So I just wanted to know that, look, I get it, but, you keep mentioning that. So I'm going to show you how I use 3 AI tools to get to this. Most people will use 1, but I'm going to tell you why I'm using 3, just to show you some things. All right, 50 coping skills I wish I knew earlier. Intro letter from me. Simple tools that reduce anxiety, overwhelm, and emotional stress and mental exhaustion. If you ever felt your brain won't slow down, here's how to use this guide. Category: when your body is activated, anxiety, panic, racing heart. These are the 9 skills. Here are the other ones. Here, you see, they go on to 50. And then it has, you don't have to figure this out alone. If any of these builds, and then a few quick notes on the format. All right, so it wants me to check 5 things. The tone, the Arisza signature, is it okay to use that throughout? A call to action, is it a 15-minute consult? Assume, do we want to add any skills? Anything else? Let's see. I would speak to it, but I just don't like how it sounds when it talks back to me, so I'm just going to type it all in there. I normally speak to it on my phone. All right, so a few things. 1, I'm going to say 1, so they know that it's a few things that I want them to do. 1, this project is 2, is 50 coping skills too much? Skills overkill, because this is what I'm this is when you're going to see if it's going to give me the real truth and what it thinks. So stay tuned. I know it's a little long, but I want you guys to stay tuned because I'm going to show you this finished product and how we've only been doing this for less than 10 minutes, and I've been doing most of the talking. You ain't say nothing back to me yet, but you're going to be able to see how this works out. All right, anything you want to replace, citation, anything like that, the branding, SCCS colors. Otherwise, I use a clean palette. You can use the SCCS logo, the website. I have a few websites for SCCS, but this is my Virginia one. And then I also have, well, I'm gonna put the other one down. This is the parent one, collective.com, because that one is actually going to show my Texas site, my Virginia site, and it shows the other sites that are coming soon. All right, so he said he got it on all 3. Let me address them in order. You're right. I apologize. I referenced it up front, clarifying questions when I shouldn't have. The actual draft content above is fully SCCS only, so got that. It says it's 50 overkill. Honest answer. It depends on the goal, and there's a real case for the trimming. The case for keeping 50, the number in the title, 50 coping skill, is the hook. It signals comprehensive value. The case for trimming to 25 or 30, lead magnets that get used convert better than lead magnets that get downloaded. A reader who opens a 50 skill PDF often skims and closes it. A reader who opens 25 PDFs do that. My recommendation, keep 50, but redesign the experience around it. 6 categories, each 1 jump. Read is 2 minutes. All right, so it sounds good. SCCS logo from the collective site. Let me pull it. The site isn't fetchable on this end right now. The domain may be revolving. It's telling me all the reasons why I can't log into the SCCS. And you know what? To be honest, I forgot I have some changes. You know, your girl's doing like 80 things at once. So I do have the SCCS collective website. I had been making some changes to it. So let me try to send it back again, the other website, and see if that will work. It's 50 a trim. I'm going to say keep the same. Keep the 50. Colors are cool from logo. And book a session use URL provided. All right, so that should be it. I don't want him going back and forth telling me. I got the people waiting on me. All right, so anyways, while we're waiting for Claude to do his thing, I just want to talk to you a little bit about why I love using AI. Back in the day, in order to create a flyer, you would have to download something, find somebody on Fiverr, ask them to create a flyer for you to do something. They will have to then send it back to you. You'll pay $10, $15, $20 for this one flyer. They'll send it to you, then you review it, go back and forth on revisions and all that kind of stuff. And then in addition to that, you would also have to download that flyer, and then you would have to send it to like a Office Depot or a Kinko's or whatever they called them back in the day, Office Max, someplace to have them print them out, and then you're walking around handing them out. Right now with AI, you're able to just do that under one of your tools. You know, you're able to do it on maybe Claude. You can also do ChatGPT. I'll show you ChatGPT makes some amazing flyers and stuff. I kind of like their stuff better than most. So other than that, yeah, let's see. So they're building it. They're just confirming everything that I said, and they're building it. So once they build this document, I'm going to likely take it over to Manus just to see what Manus thinks, so that they can kind of create something better. I don't do all of this inside of Manus because Manus will eat up your tokens, hunty. Yes. You can use the free version, but if you really want to get to the meat behind Manus, then you actually want to utilize, some other tools first before you just jump and utilize the Manus one. Speaking of Manus, I don't know if I'm able to share that screen with you guys, but I'm going to pull my Manus account up while we're waiting for Claude to finish doing what it do. And I am going to show you some of the things that I have created in Manus and why I figured this would be a tool that I could use as a lead magnet. And then I can show you some other things that I can do to just kind of make it a little bit more, I'm not gonna say professional, but it's just a different type of look and feel that I get when I use Manus. For instance, I've been working on an ebook, and I've been back and forth. I've used a few new tools on the ebook that I have on the ebook, and I'll show it to you guys a little bit later. But it looks amazing. But I took that same ebook and I was able to put it in Manus, and I'm gonna show you the differences in it. So there's just some clean cut things that you're able to get out of Manus that just makes things a little bit easier to use and more efficient. So I'll definitely be showing you some of those tools, some of the lead magnets. And let's see, this is a lead magnet that I created inside of Manus for a book. This is a free preview of a book. So anyway, this is it's a free preview. Think Like the Exam. Has all the information in it. Inside this preview, it's a letter from me, a priority ladder, first look at the FNBM. But the big book is 62 pages. So it says this is a free 5-page glimpse. Get the full 62-page playbook on my website for just $19.99. And it says, hey fam. So it has the letter from me, and then it has a priority ladder. It breaks it down, telling them all the different things, how to use it, some common traps. Then it talks about my infamous FNBM method, and then boom, it says the full FNBM chapter is in the complete playbook. So you can see it was like getting people on the edge of their seat, like, oh my God, I want this. And then it's like, dang. That's it. How I get the whole thing. You ever did that inside of or if you ever use that, like maybe in a Kindle or Audible. Audible is infamous for that. You get to hear the person's voice, and you get to get into the book for about 5 minutes, and then you like, ooh, and then you got to purchase it. Or you're like, ugh, thank God I didn't purchase it. One or the other. So this is pretty much what it is. It gives you a glimpse of it, and then it tells you ready for the playbook. It tells them everything they get in the full book, as well as the code that they get from any of the services. So this is just an example of a lead magnet that I was able to create inside of Manus, so you can see how that looks. Now we're going to go back and see what we got in Claude. So you decide which one looks better, feels more like you, and that you would like to use. So here we go, creating the lead magnet. The 50 coping skills I wish I knew. Here we go. All right, let's see. Simple tools to reduce anxiety, overwhelm, and emotional stress. This is a 9-page lead magnet. When the body is activated, when you're overwhelmed, so I can look at it and like, it's a lot of spacing. I don't really like the spacing underneath. I would like, it's 9 pages. I think we could really condense it to about 3 or 4. So I'll say that. I'll say there's a lot of spacing. Not thrilled about the colors, and I feel it can be reduced to maybe 5 to 6 pages maybe, versus the 9 once space is corrected. Once space issue is corrected, but I'm just going to say once it's corrected because we're just trying to get this thing trying to get this thing going. All right, guys. So anyways, like I was sharing, it's just really a personal preference on what you like. If you prefer to use Manus, you prefer to use Claude, you know, hey, you could even decide. Let me go back to this right here because they did. I'm just going to download what they have so far. I'm going to download it. It's the 50 skills just so I can put it into ChatGPT just to show you what Chat's able to do, because they might be able to make it a little bit more fancy. And this is just another example of how to utilize a lead magnet in different platforms. And it just might be a little bit easier to use, or you might just like it a little bit better. Here we go right here, the doc. Can you fancy this up, or make it feel more like me? Because Chat knows me. So let's just see, based on me saying, can you make it feel a little bit more like me, what Chat is able to do. Because I sent them the Word doc. All right, it said this is strong already. The structure's clean, the content's solid. Honestly, it already sounds more human than most mental health PDFs floating around. All right, it goes, making it feel a little bit more like Arisza, warm, relatable, confident, grounded. With that, I got you, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it energy. A few things I'll tweak. More conversational transitions, slight, stronger emotional hook. A note from Arisza, read this first. The trimming. You see, it's giving me all this stuff instead of this, instead of that. So it's telling me all the stuff. I get it. It just needs a little bit more. Can you provide the final product? I am sure you get me. And can make it magical. So, you know, I got to give them a little, you know, everybody likes a little pat on the back, you know, the little patty backy. So look, I already, look at that, how quick. Look at that. 50 coping skills. I wish I knew earlier. Simple, a free guide from owner, clinical director. So they have all the categories. So they're giving me all the stuff, right? This is the meat that it's giving me to make it sound a little bit more like me. As you can see, it looks like it's getting to be a little bit longer. I don't know about this 9-page thing, but this is pretty much what it's providing me based on what I got from Claude. Claude is going to do the little bit more meat. I love the confidence and the information that it uses to back up the platform, so it's really helpful. So this is pretty much it, and it has everything laid out. And I'm gonna say, can you make this into a finished lead magnet? And I could have just said that up front instead of having it, you know, do all this stuff, and provide graphics, because, you know, that's just what I should have asked her to do in the front. We don't have to worry about it. All right, so while it's doing that, let me go back over here to Claude, and you can see it asked me some questions. I should have been answering the questions first. So do we want it soft sage plus a warm white? Do we want deep teal and cream, dusty? Like, which color feels more? I'm gonna say, let's just do grounded and more professional, because I don't really know. I don't really care about the color stuff. I switch my colors up all the time. It just is what it is. So anyways, it says it's doing a deep teal and cream, is rebuilding now, tighter spacing, denser skill blocks, 5 to 6 page target. So it's doing what it does. Let's just see what it comes up with, how great it is, and so forth. And this is what I do, guys. I go back and forth on my AI tools. So that's being built in Claude. This is being built in ChatGPT. I'll see which product I like the best. And while I'm waiting for all of this, because you can see it says adding final touches, and it's getting the graph and all that kind of stuff together on the ChatGPT. And then if I move over to Claude, you can see Claude is also still building and still doing some things. So while it's doing that, that's pretty much the time that I go back and I'm checking my emails, I'm responding to people, I'm checking my communities, I'm returning calls. So that is how you can multitask as an entrepreneur. Instead of sitting there all day waiting for one thing to get done, you send it a task and you go on and do the other task, and then you come back to it. That way you're not wasting time just sitting around like, oh, I'm working on this, and once it's done, that's great. I know a lot of people think that way, especially my men folks. You know, women, we're naturally multitaskers. And I only believe in multitasking when there's certain things that are worth multitasking. You know, if not, I say stick with one thing at a time, get that right, and then move on. But when it comes to creating stuff like lead magnets, as you can see, it's creating it in the background. Me just staring at the screen like this while it's doing that makes no sense. It's not helping me benefit any way or the other. So that is why I would suggest doing that. It's not advantageous just to sit here and stare at the screen while it's being created on both platforms, because it's a lot. All right, let's go back to Chat and see what Chat was able to do. Check this out, guys. I'm loving it already. I don't even have to open it, and I'm loving it already. I know it's small and you guys can't see it, and see, I can fix that. But this is what I'm talking about, a lead magnet. Everyone's sending me these long PDFs, but see, Chat gets me. He gets me. This is a huge, it says aspects of the ratio, so you can make it square, I can make it, I didn't mean to tell it to make it square. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to leave it the way it was, but you can change the ratio to portrait. Because say if I want to post this on social media, it has to be a certain way. So this is just letting me know different ways that I can do it. But if you can look at this, guys, it looks amazing. Like, it's awesome. Here we go right here. I had to pull it out and look at it in another angle because it's just amazing to me. And I'm excited. I just love my AI tools. I just love what it's able to do. So I was able to take this right here, download it. And then as I downloaded it, I'm able to zoom in and see it for what it would look like giving it to someone. So it's really wordy, lots of words, but I think it looks really good if you see it blown out. Right now, I don't have the access to do that because in order to do that, I had to download it and then I zoomed in so I'm able to read it all, and it looks fantastic. I just can't share that part where it's downloaded on some kind of issue with my recording system and how I do that, so I can't share it, but it looks amazing. Like, I'm excited. I'm excited. I know you guys are like, it's just a tap. But if you just knew, and if you're first starting out your business or this is new to you, a lot of this stuff just wasn't available to us years ago. So to see it now and know how far AI has come, that I can create something in a matter of minutes, is just amazing to me. Like, we just take advantage of the small things. Like, this is a beautiful flyer, has a logo on it. It has the name of the company. It has a call to action at the bottom. And just to be able to send these emails out, I see what it looks like with 50. So I might say, you know what, let's condense it and make it 25. That way it won't be so wordy on it. But this would be a great poster. This is something I can print off and have inside of the office. People grab it. They give it to their friends, family members, neighbors, all of the above. It just looks really clean, really good. And I'm just really feeling it. So this is two things that we were able to do in one. One, we have this lead magnet that we can post on social media. We can show it to everyone. We can give it out, do all that type of stuff. And then the other one, we have something we can actually use as like you can mail this out too, but you can use it more like a mailer. All right. So this is what it was able to do. It says the SCCS logo placeholder. Still couldn't pull my logo. That's fine. So you can see a note from Arisza, and then it has all of these. If you're overwhelmed, part 1, part 2, part 3, look at that. All the different parts. And they did condense it, and it said you don't have to do this alone, book a session. So this is pretty much the lead magnet template that came up. Nothing fancy, but it's very informative. I can download this and I can give it to all of my therapists to actually pass over and give to their clients so they can use it as a tool. I could take this and email it to all the doctor's offices and the pediatricians and different places in the area. But I'm more fond of the actual, the actual flyer that we did. To me, that's hidden. It's just colorful, it's bright, people can see it. I'm gonna show you what it looks like if we share it. So this is the long one. This is how it looks, changing up a little bit. So same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to me, it just reads beautifully. And this is something you can print off and you can just give to people. It has the phone number, email address, all of it. Tap in the comment section and let me know, what do you think and what are your thoughts? I don't know if you've tested AI and you've done any of these things, but I want you just to kind of tap in and tell me, are these videos helpful? Are you able to utilize them and do these in your own business? Do you feel like it'd be easier and helpful for me to teach you how to build websites, how to do automations? I don't know if you guys are at this place in your business where you have like websites and go high level and all those types of things. I have it all, and I'm willing to deep dive and teach you all how to use it. My EHR of choice is Jane. I can show you how to do tutorials in there. Just a lot of different things. So tap in, guys. Let me know what you think. This was just a quick way to show you how you can market your business in the big 2026 and on, because AI is here to stay, guys. It's making our life easier. Hopefully you're tapping in and taking advantage of this. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, but please make sure you go in the comment section right now. Like, pause the video, go in the comment section and write out what it is you'd like to see and how I can help you level up and pass. And before you guys go, do not forget, we got the community. Yes, we're small right now, but we're mighty. When I tell you I got people leveling up in that community all day, every day, I'm super excited. So make sure that you're able to join it. This is fairly new. We're just starting out. It is the Elite Growth Lab. And if you join in here, you can actually the best thing to do, just go ahead and pay that money. Jump in right here. You can do a business readiness assessment. I have you learning how to actually start your private practice. It's a whole course workbook in here. Then you get to go through all the different tabs and learn how to build your business. We got some Quizlets and stuff in there to quiz yourself on where you are. Super fun, super engagement. You're not going to find anybody who's giving out this secret sauce for this low price each and every month, because my goal is to help you level up. You level up and I keep leveling up. We leveling up together, baby. That's what this channel is all about. Thank you so much for supporting me and joining. Make sure you tell a friend and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel right now. Tell all your friends and kin folks and people who you know want to start a business or mental health professionals. Let them all know. I'm telling you, I'm going to help you get to the next level. Be blessed. See you in the next one.